It is Tip Tuesday, and I am Lorraine Brock, professional organizer and owner of Get Organized. And every Tuesday, I come to you live on Facebook, and we talk about all kinds of tips on Tuesday. Today's topic is all about as seen on TV products. So, when I see these TV products online or on TV, I'm like, totally like, that's an awesome product. There's hardly any that I say, I don't really want that. There's always some kind of neat and clever new idea out there. So, but do they really work? And which ones geared towards organization would I recommend? So we're going to be talking about that today. So some as seen on TV products. But I want to read a couple things to you guys first. I'm always browsing different websites or different articles and reading about organizational ideas and topics. And I don't watch much TV on organization, but I definitely do browse through articles. And one of the articles that I came about finding was an article that was written, I guess, for Real Simple. I'm not sure if it was written for the magazine or just the online version. But the name of the article was Your Cluttered Home is Stressing You Out More Than You Realize, according to a new study. And I browsed over this article and I found it very interesting that men are not bothered by clutter as much as women across the board on average. But there were some things that I wanted to read to you that I thought was really important about this and sort of a really good topic to discuss for a second. This is an interesting fact about the challenge of clutter. One of the studies found a link between procrastination and clutter, which no doubt I totally agree with that. Those who put off doing unpleasant tasks like paying bills or doing difficult work around the house like decluttering, they said that they were definitely more stressed. And it said they found it interesting. It begs to ask the question, are you stressed because you have clutter, or do we have clutter because we're too stressed to deal with it? And I think, both can be true. When you're stressed, sometimes you want to sort of recoil in. You don't want to deal with the things that are around you, but that just causes more problems down the road. I had an acquaintance within the last few years that every time this individual became stressed or burdened, they didn't meet any obligation that they were supposed to meet. And I guess it could be a form of depression, though I don't actually know that that was what they were suffering from. They just didn't like the unpleasantness of dealing with things that were unpleasant. And because of that, they let things back up, and their whole life became just a cycle of trying to deal with all unpleasantness. And those unpleasant things just grew larger, more complicated, bigger, larger consequences from not dealing with the clutter or whatever it was they were trying to ignore. A couple other things that I noticed in here. A professor at the University of Southern California recommends some decluttering advice that would make Marie Kondo shudder. and he says, or she says, she agrees that that when we touch an object, we can get an attachment to it. So she recommends not touching the object, not sparking that joy, and actually have a friend or someone you know hold it before you decide whether on keeping it or tossing it. She adds that becoming a more conscientious shopper can help. Once items are in your home, it's more difficult to part with them. So be careful what you bring in. And that brings me to something that I had said at the beginning of the new year of my resolution. So I had a couple resolutions that I did, and one of my individual resolutions was spend less money bringing deals and the Best Buys and things that are like 90% off into my home. And let me tell you, that has been a challenge. But I keep thinking of the verbal commitment that I made to you guys. Few days after I said that, I go into Michael's and they have their grab bags, like buggies I call them buggies. I grew up calling them buggies. You guys may call them grocery carts or carts, but I call them buggies. It's my parents' thing. Blame them. So I go into Michael's and they have all these buggies lined out with these bags filled of Christmas decor, decorations, gifts, stickers, all this stuff that was left over from after their clearance sale. And now the grab bags are filled with, probably, be honest with you, I've grabbed these before, they have been filled with $30 or $40 worth of stuff, and you pay $4 for them. Four. Not even a total $5 bill. And I was like, oh, I'm going to look, and I started looking inside of them, and a few things I'm like, I don't need that. But then I started saying, oh, what am I going to do with it? Or I'm going to have to, give it away or store it somewhere. And I walked away from it. Yes, I walked away from it. Since then, we have struggled with Valentine's. Yes. I think every time there's a holiday, they want to get rid of heavily discounted stuff. And so I went into Toys R Us not Toys R Us, they closed down. Party City. And they had like their little knickknacks of party favors for Valentine's Day. They had those 75% off. And I did pick up one thing, but I knew I would be absolutely giving that to my grandkids next year. And I wanted to pick up all these other things and and I walked away. So I am really doing exactly what this article said that came out in January from the Real Simple website, that I'm actually not bringing things into my home because it is harder to get rid of them. You feel like you've paid money for them, you spent your time, you have an idea of where you might want to use them, at least sometimes you do. But I am really, really working on that this year and have doing a mighty fine job, if I can say so myself, only breaking down very minimal, and it's very minimal that I'm buying. So trying to say that. Well, the last thing it says here in this article, it says, besides learning new tricks of letting go sentimental clutter and following Marie Kondo's world famous method, figure out a way to better share the burden of clutter could be a major game changer. One of the biggest takeaways of the studies is that couples in general, specifically men I told you about earlier, do not feel the stress of the clutter that normally the women feel because they have the large portion of responsibilities in the home and often can get stressed or stay stressed even when they come home, where men have a tendency to feel more relaxed in the evening with less responsibilities. So I'm a big component of that. I definitely want to make sure I'm bringing in the family to get household chores done. And we're not going to talk about household chores and delegation of responsibility any more than you are totally doing your kids, no matter how old they are, a disservice if you are doing everything and they are not, because they need to learn and run and manage the home and be a contributor. So we might talk about that on one of the Tip Tuesdays. And it does offload more time for you to get organized in other areas of your life when you delegate those responsibilities. There's so many benefits to it. So, all right, so on with Tip Tuesday today. I wanted just to share that. I thought it was great. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a product that I did some good reviewing online of this product. I actually was in Container Store not too long ago, and I picked up this because it was one of those things that I thought, man, I don't have a use for it, but I'm always looking for our clients for products that might be of use to them in very unique situations. And I remembered that we had a client a while back that had a front living area that was open. And instead of using it for a living space, she actually used it for her kids' play area. It had cube bookshelves in there. It had a train table, had various other things for the kids. And sometimes, depending on what she wanted to do in that room, she had some casters on the bottom of her cube systems. These cube systems are way too heavy to actually move around, but they were definitely capable of moving around if you put the right casters on the bottom. So it got me thinking, what if you had some furniture that was not really designed to, you know, drill casters into it? There was no slot. And while this would not work on every situation, this is the box. And absolutely love the reviews that I found online. It is called the Instant Swivel Wheels. I don't remember how much these cost, probably around $20, but look how much weight they hold. I mean, that's a lot of weight, huge amount. Now, one thing that I did read about this online is that, and here's one of them out of the box, and you can see, you know, it swivels. But they said once you peel this off and you stick it to whatever surface you're going to put it on, it does not come off. So be prepared for that, which is actually a good thing. The lady that I saw online that used it, she used it on a rolling laundry basket. So she took a very large, nice wicker laundry basket and just put them underneath there. And that way, because it's normally really heavy, full of clothes, she said, I just wheel it over to the laundry area now. Another place that I thought about it is if you had a file cabinet that you needed to move, you could put these on the bottom of a file cabinet. I mean, the options of how you could use these are endless. But great website. It shows in the back of here, furniture, storage trunks, bookcases. Remember one of those cube systems that I was talking about that would work. Storage totes, file cabinets, I mentioned that one. And again, just some other more furniture cube type options. But I really thought these would be great for you guys as seen on TV products. They stick, they hold, and they swivel. There are 4 wheels in a box, and it holds up to 250 pounds. So an excellent product for our first As Seen on TV product. All right, let's move on. The next one is going to be one that actually has a little bit of mixed reviews, but I tried it out and I actually liked it. I don't think that I would use it for my closet because I don't struggle with storage space based on what I've done with my closet. But this is called the Wonder Hanger, and I am sure you guys have seen this on TV where it will, turn this around here, where it will hang on an existing rod in your closet, and you can put as many of these hangers as you want here. And then when you're done putting the clothing on the hanger, basically you let go and let down, and it cascades down, and it is very slim. A few things that I have found out is that you don't want to put like thick suits, thick, heavy clothing on here. Blouses, shirts, those kinds of things would be great. You could do pants, but I would stick to more tops. You're also going to have to put this on a higher rod in your closet versus a lower rod in your closet because it will hang down and then your items are actually touching the floor. So you want to do it on the taller hanging bar in your closet. You can use all different kinds of hangers with these. I just happen to be showing you the tube hangers. One thing I hear, I guess you could put 2 hangers and do it like that. You could do it that way. I've not actually tried that, but I put 2 hangers in this right here, and these have 1. But people were complaining a little bit that it was a little flimsy. I didn't see that based on what I hung on it. But again, I'm looking at tops, blouses, that types of things. Also, when you're putting things on this to save space, hang the clothing that you don't wear as often, things that would maybe you just don't wear as often. I mean, you'll know what they are. You don't like them as much, or you don't have an occasion to wear them as much. Put those on the bottom and put the ones you most frequently wear on the top part. That will make accessing them a little bit easier because you may not always open this up to pull out what you need. You can actually do it when it's hanging here, and you could pull it off and do it that way. So this is called the Wonder Hanger. Let me show you the box here, and you can, I I got this one, I think, off of Amazon, and it comes with 6 of what I just showed you. So that one that I just showed you, that comes with 6 of those total in this box. And again, there are mixed reviews online about this product. So do your homework on it. But I do think it's worth getting if you really struggle with very small closets in apartments, or older homes that have very little storage space in your closet. I think this would be a great product. It's called the Wonder Hanger. And honestly, I don't remember. Some of these you can get online. I'll tell you where. Some are on Amazon, some are not. Like I said, I got this one at Container Store. Okay, the next one. I just take regular vitamins. I don't take any prescription medicine, at least right now, thank goodness, in where I'm at in my life right now. But we have had situations where we've been working with clients and they need a solution for either a prescription medication or over-the-counter vitamins and supplements. Keep in mind that this is not a solution that I would recommend if you're having someone dealing with large amounts of vitamins or large amount of prescription medication. So this would just be more of your everyday, and really love this. Actually, really, really love this. This you can buy off of Amazon, and it's called the Pill Pro, I think it's Pill Pro box. And it didn't come in actually a fancy box. It came in a cardboard box, but there were 2 of them in the box. I want to say I paid probably about $12 for both of them, so about $6 to $7 a piece. And here's what you do, and you can see here I've already been messing with it, but you take out a day of the week. Say this is Thursday. Actually, today is Tuesday. I totally should have thought this through and had Tuesday there, shouldn't I? Not organized. Okay. So Thursday's pills are here, and you take it out, and then you can see that the compartments here, you have different, you have morning, noon, evening, and bedtime. And they have different compartments that you can put the pills in. They open individually. So there's not a lot of room for a whole lot of pills, but it's a good size for someone that's just taking a few supplements or a few prescription pills a day. What I also like about this is that you can take it with you. If you don't have time, everything's already measured out, take it with you and then throw it in your pocket, throw it in your purse, put it in your car, and you can take it throughout the day if you need to. Then when you're done with it, obviously you don't even have to fill it up right away. You can put the days of the week right back in order here. And there you go. And then you take out the next day and you do the same thing. And when you're done with it, you can just put it back and close it up. And we could do this all day. You get the idea. So I like this. If you happen to have a loved one that's on a lot of medications for medical reasons, we have had a situation where we've had to actually come up with a really unique organizational way to help a loved one take care of another. And, you know, I don't mind sharing with you that privately, or you could probably look it up on different websites of how to come up with like senior medication routines and ways to keep the medication organized. Because many times people take them not just once, 2 or 3 times a day. They may have taken medication multiple times, even more so than 3 times a day, as they are needing more and more medication. So really like this. Again, 2 of these come in a box, I think, for $12 or $13. Great gifts for people that are wanting to take small amounts of medication or even some small amounts of supplements like that one. Okay, the next one is one that I use like for the last probably 15 years. I originally heard of this product through a Good Housekeeping magazine. I was thumbing through it and I saw this had like a 5-star rating. It was highly reviewed from Good Housekeeping, and so I took notice. And I actually went out to Bed Bath & Beyond, which they do sell them as of even today. I took my 20% coupon. Yes, 20% coupon. There we go, saving money again, right? And I actually went out and purchased this. And I purchased another one at Macy's, and I know they have them elsewhere as well. So mine looks a little beat up, but love it. So, and I'm thinking I'm going to pronounce this Videla, I think is how you pronounce it. You know, if anyone knows me, I have slight problem with the English language and pronunciation of things. So, but Videla, I think is what it is. It's a whiz chopper. And, you know, you've seen a lot of these things as seen on TV and you're like, it's just another food item. It's just another item to chop something. I have had more people come to my home and see me use this, and they just want one. So I just bless them with it and keep buying me a new one, though this one's been a couple years in the making at my house. So what it is this opens up, and it has two different blades here, two different blades. There's a small blade, and then we have a bigger blade there, as you can see. See, bigger, okay? And so, you know, I would use this one more for like fruit salads, hash browns, I don't know, just, the other day I made a homemade pot pie, and I cut up all my carrots and potatoes with this, and I use this one to cut up all of my onions. And you said, well, how does this have anything to do with getting organized? Because saving time in the kitchen is organization. And if you can eliminate other products that really you don't love, you're not using, and get one that does what you need, then that's space, obviously maximizing space in your kitchen. So this is an organizing tool, though it absolutely is a kitchen tool as well. So you do have to, like say an onion, you have to peel it, and then I cut the onion up into small sections, and I place here, and I just press down, and it starts filling the bottom here. I will say that sometimes I have to give it a little tap, because the food will get stuck here, and I just get a little tap on the counter, and it goes right down into the bottom. Carrots are really probably the hardest thing to do, but just a little bit of more pressure with your arm when you push down, and it just goes right there. So love it. So when you're done with it, it is dishwasher safe. Never had a problem with that at all. And you can clean it. The only negative in the cleaning is that small onions and stuff will get stuck right in here. So it comes with a little comb that you can just break through, and I just do this underwater in my dishwater. So most of the time I do use this one. I may wash this one by hand, or I may scrape that out real quick and then throw it in the dishwasher, but everything else is really, really easy to clean. Now, one last thing that's important to note on this little thing you don't necessarily notice, but once you have all your content in the bottom here, your strawberries, your fruits, your carrots, whatever, if you look on the side over here, it has a measuring thing on both sides. One's in obviously milliliters, and one's in obviously in the standard cup, ounces, or cup, no ounces. So it has a half a cup, a cup and a half, and 2 cups. So it'll tell you when you shake this down, it'll tell you how much you have in here. So when you're doing your recipes, you can measure it inside of the container. So I really, really like this. And this as seen on TV, again, I think it's by the Videla Chopper Wizard. Love, love, love it. And I have probably purchased about 3 or 4 of those in my lifetime and given away. So this is probably my 5th one. And every time someone sees them, they really love them. So love that. So that's our 4 products on Tip Tuesday on the As Seen on TV. Now, I told you I'd give you guys another website that you can look for these products and many, many more. It is As Seen on TV Express.com. So if there's one here you can't find on Amazon or in a store, you can always buy it from As Seen on TV Express, EXPRESS.com, and you can order them from the As Seen on TV site there. So awesome. Well, I hope you liked all those. And again, my favorites probably that I use the most is the chopper, but I think my favorite that I actually are very excited about is these. I think these are just like super, super. Okay, so now let's talk about our giveaway from last week. So our giveaway last week were these cosmetic bags. I have a picture of them. And we talked about purse organization last week. So these were won by Anna in Plano, Texas. And Anna, we will be mailing you a set of all these out. It's a set of 6, and you can use them for whatever you like. But as we talked last week, we use these cosmetic or small pouches to organize smaller contents in our purses, like, you know, candy or hygiene items or medication or, you know, whatever it might be, electronics. That way you can go and grab a pouch out of your purse and know what you're grabbing versus letting all the stuff just be at the bottom of your purse. And we don't want clutter, do we? We don't want that. Don't want it all. Okay, so Anna, congratulations. We'll be mailing that out to you. And then our giveaway this week is going to be, actually it's a twofold week. We're going to do 2 things today. We talked about this last week in our purse organization. I have an extra one, and this actually fits on the side of your purse, and you can clip your keys on it. You could probably also do like pepper spray, just something that you can add on to your purse that makes something really convenient. You guys know I struggle with my keys, finding them, and I'm an organizer. We talked about this last week. I confessed totally to you guys about where my shortcomings were. So anyway, this is what we're going to use for one of, it's going to be actually included. It's going to be one giveaway this week with 2 items in it. And this is going to be one of them, brand spanking new. And the other one is we're going to give away a Get Organized t-shirt. So it has a back side and it has a front side. It is a chocolate soft t-shirt with our logo and URL on the back. So whoever wins this week will ask for your size. We'll throw this in there and this, and it could be yours for the low, low price of just leaving a comment down below and let us know which of the 4 As Seen on TV products that you either love, or you can say that you've tried one and tell us why you like it so much if you've actually tried one. So we had 4 products. Leave a comment down below and of which product you liked or have used, and you'll be in the drawing for next week's Tip Tuesday, and we'll announce the winner next Tuesday. Make sure you leave a comment by Sunday night, this coming Sunday night, or otherwise you will not be in the drawing. I've made myself very clear. Okay. Oh, Tip Tuesday tool of the week. So each week we, or I, pick a tool that I believe is a cool organizing product. Normally either something that I use or something we've used for clients or I found in the store maybe. And this week is no different. I'm going to show you my Tip Tuesday tool for the week that I've picked out, and it is this. Can anyone tell me, and I'm watching, can anyone tell me what this is? A comment down below, and you'll be entered an extra time right now if you could do, we're live, what this is, and I'll enter you in the drawing one additional time. I'm watching. Do 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 do. Boop. No one's making a comment, so I bet you guys don't know what this is. I'll give you like a couple more seconds. Look at it closely. It's made of flexible plastic. Anyone know what this is? I'm going to have to tell you guys because it's part of my Tip Tuesday tool, or it is the Tip Tuesday tool. Okay, so this right here is called a garment labeler divider. That's the most techie name. My garment divider would probably be more techie name for it. And what this is you actually take this and put this on an existing rod in your hanging closet with your clothes. And it's really good when you're wanting to divide out like sizes of clothes or seasons of clothes or style of clothes for your hanging clothes. An example for a kid's room would be if there's multiple sizes that are being hung or there's multiple kids sharing a closet, you can actually divide it out by size, by name, whatever, and whoever does the laundry, even if it's not the same person that gets the kids dressed, they know where to put the clean clothes when they hang it back up. Or maybe you buy clothes for your kids way in advance of their size, and then you can look at this and label it how you want and put it up there. So whoever's hanging those clothes back can know exactly where to put it in the size, because my husband never did the laundry. I have always done that. But if he was to put anything back, he would probably not know my system without it truly being labeled. Now, in an adult's closet, how this can be used is styles of clothing or seasons of clothing. You could say formal wear, you can say workout, you could say, outdoors. You can go by sizes. If you sort of fluctuate between sizes, you can have your bigger clothes at that end and your really tiny clothes there, and then you have your middle clothes. And there's all different ways you can do it. So these come in a package of 12 at the Container Store and online. They are $9.99 for a pack of 12. And the great thing about it is they come with a sheet of labels already labeled for you that you can just stick on. I just grabbed this. I didn't grab the labels. However, don't feel like you can't make your own labels with your own label maker. You don't have to have their sheet. And their sheet does come in English and Spanish. They're already pre-printed. So love these. If you bought something similar to this at the Container Store or online, like the round ones you would see like at the department stores that divide out the clothing, like small, medium, and large, they are 99 cents a piece. So you actually get 12 for $10 by buying this style versus the others are about 99 cents a piece. If you really want something cute, boyish, like pirates, or girls like polka dots, whatever, then you can go online and you will find plenty of garment dividers that are geared towards a theme, a color for your child. And they're going to be a little bit more. These are just more of the plain basic white ones. But great garment dividers. I don't actually use these, but we've used these in many clients' homes before. And people go, well, how do you organize your clothes? And we did a Tip Tuesday on closet organization. But normally what I do in my clothes, I organize it by style. Like my blouses are here, my turtlenecks are here, my vests are here. And then I organize them in a color chart, which I actually keep in my closet so I can always look at that color chart where the things go. And then my camisoles are in one area. So I do keep that sort of how I keep my closet. So, all right. So that is our tip tool of the week. Now, next week on Tip Tuesday, this is going to be near and dear to my heart because I'm such a frugal shopper. We're going to talk about cool ways to save money. Now, I don't want this to be, well, hey, I have a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. That pretty much everybody knows that you can use Bed Bath & Beyond coupons even after they expire. But I want to get a little bit more creative. And some of you may have heard some of these things. My daughter-in-law, she's outstanding at doing these unique ways to save money. But I'm going to mention some of the ones that I use. And I would love you guys next week to have an idea of what you do that's unique to get a good buy or to save money, something that maybe someone's not thought about. It's not quite as out there in the mainstream. And if you start thinking about that now, don't tell anybody what it is, because next week that's going to be our comment down below that you can be entered into our drawing. So keep the comment to yourself, but be thinking about it for next week, because I think it's going to be great to hear about everybody else's way to actually save money, some cool way to do it that maybe others have not thought about yet. So that's next Tip Tuesday is called Cool Ways to Save. And so as a reminder, if you want to be in our drawing for our, it's like a little key ring organization thing you can clip on your purse, keep pepper spray, your keys, whatever you want to use it for, a toy for the kids. And we have a Get Organized t-shirt back. Oh, that's the back, and that's the front. You will be in the drawing to receive both of these if you leave a comment down below of which of the 4 as seen on TV products you like the most today, or one that you actually use yourself. So I want to leave you guys with one thing today, and I'm going to mention a couple of these over the next month or so. But I went to my organizers and I asked them to tell me something that they have found that's been unique or valuable, specifically to the client, as they have been organizing people's homes. And I thought I would share this, one of these with you guys today, because when we go into people's homes and we organize their home, it's so much more than organizing. That's just like on the surface, but that's many times the main reason people call us in. But one of our organizers said that she said, I came across the missing title for a car a client had hoped to sell, but could not without the piece of paper. And so the organizer actually found that. And now I'm sure there's some way along the way to get another title for that car, but not without a lot of work, a lot of maybe definitely extra money, but in just all that time that was wasted. So during that process, it was amazing that the organizer actually was organizing the home. The client apparently told her what she was looking for, and that's always a great thing. Hey, if you're missing something, you see this, I want to know about it. And the organizer found that and really saved her a lot of time, money, and stress by finding that. So it's amazing what our organizers can do when they're organizing your home. So if you happen to need any professional organizing services, don't be scared of the process. It's actually just really just relieving. That stress just rolls right off of you when you can just see your home and the beauty and the state and the function, and everything has a place. So, well, thank you for joining me on Tip Tuesday. Join me next week on Tip Tuesday for cool ways to save, and I will also share many more organizing solutions next week. I'm Lorraine Brock with Get Organized, and I hope you'll join me next week on Tip Tuesday. Bye, guys.